Hello, and welcome to another update video on Ethereum. I'm here on the larger time frame for ETH, and we can see that the market has tried to turn around. Obviously, market is trying to leave this support area to the upside, and the next upside resistance and breakout point is at $4,400. I mean, I've been watching this level 4,400 with you guys for the last few weeks. We're not above it yet. All right, we're still consolidating just below it, but this would be the next key level to the upside that obviously will need to be broken. It's a very relevant one because I mean, all the other levels, below, they're really just relevant within the range, within this range, but a break above is needed to take us above this local range, because this is the level where the selling volume started to kick in on the 10th. Yeah, on the 10th of October. And I mean, my view is we might not even see a broader low in the sector until Ethereum is finally breaking out, right? So if Ethereum has formed a low, I think a lot of other coins will break out as well. Yeah, maybe ETH needs to run a bit first. But at the moment, Ethereum, while it's looking promising, we haven't really seen that exact impulsive breakout yet above 4,400. That we need to see for further confirmation that a very meaningful low has formed on the 10th of October in our support area in this wave 4 correction. We're still holding above this orange line. Yeah. Some people ask me, what is that actually? It is a 21-week exponential moving average. We're tracking the same moving average, the same EMA, also on the Bitcoin chart. Yeah. And obviously, it's not a it's not so relevant from an Elliott Wave point of view, but you see that the market is dancing on this level. And it provides just some additional confluence around $3,665, which is the Fibonacci support level, an ideal target there for a fourth wave. So we are currently tracking this support for the fourth wave, and we're holding it. Yeah, we haven't got an exact impulsive reaction. It's all quite choppy and all quite messy, but yeah, the bulls are trying to drive the price higher. The next upside level to watch is at $4,400, as I said, and if we can overcome it, then we'll talk about 4,850, 4,950 as next cluster of resistance. I mean, to the downside, in case we get another low, it wouldn't be a major problem. I have to say, ideally we avoid it though, because we're already quite deep in support. But yeah, we might see another low. If that happens, then it would be $3,370, a level that ideally doesn't get broken in a wave 4. And if it does, there's one more level to watch, which is the 55-week exponential moving average, the white line here. Again, I'm tracking that also on the Bitcoin chart. It is currently located at $3,290. And only if we break below it, break below it decisively, we probably have to say that the structure is changing. But I shared, I think it was on the weekend, with you already what would be a reasonable alternative perspective. A reasonable alternative would be that we say, well, actually this year is all too short to be really the fifth wave and to complete the larger cycle. So we might give the bulls another chance. Maybe we're simply going to form a broader ABC structure in the yellow scenario. Yeah. So essentially that, this AB might have been an AB, but then it just formed a larger ABC, right? So it just has to do with the length and the proportions. So we need an alternative scenario. This would be another bullish potential, but that allows for quite a sharp pullback. So to keep the direct upside momentum intact, 3,374 remains the key level. It's not an exact invalidation point, but ideally we avoid a decisive break below it. So let's now also take a look at the shorter time frame for ETH. We start to see a first pullback. This will be the stress test now for the bulls. I shared with you yesterday already a support zone. That support zone is still holding. We're now moving into the support zone. I mean, that is what these support areas are for. Yeah, just to be tested, basically. Just a quick reminder, the move to the upside here is not impulsive at all. So the structure will likely shift along the way. But yeah, I have said to you before, we need to get above that 4,400 level. This is more meaningful than a micro price action here. But on the micro level, it's doing what it's supposed to be doing. It's followed the view perfectly since middle of last week, right? That actually before that even, we were tracking this as an AB structure, then a 1-2, 1-2 setup, breakout in the third wave. It did what it needed to do. It's actually been following for the last 1 or 2 weeks nicely. And now to keep following, we need to hold $4,056 because if this is an impulse to the upside, then we should hold 4,056. But this is a weak support area. This is really just the nearest support. But I have to say, to keep the idea alive, we might have bottomed. Ideally, we're now holding above $4,056. Remember, this is just relevant for the impulse. If we break below it, we could still consider a diagonal pattern. Yeah, maybe a slightly more complex move to the upside. Yeah, maybe also the A wave topped. But this is really just something that we then have to decide when we see how support breaks. I think Ethereum hasn't broken any support for the last week or so. So on the micro level, it will do that at some point again. It will just happen. What we might then watch is this trend line again. Yeah, maybe it could then provide some additional support on a very local level. I think what I just want to communicate here is just by breaking initial micro support, yeah, it would not invalidate the idea that we could be in an upside breakout. But obviously it would again indicate that we're, it's weakness is coming in, and then the routine. So for now, I track this as a possible internal fourth wave pullback in a C wave to the upside, in an even larger A wave, and 4,400 is the next important resistance level. So that's the update on Ethereum. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in additional updates, then make sure you also follow us on X for additional charts, updates, news, and much more. The link can be found in the comment section. And also, yeah, make sure that you follow us also on our other channels. For example, we have a stocks channel where we also cover gold and silver regularly. And feel free to join the MCO community. And you can also watch the recording of our member live session yesterday, where we covered more than 30 or 40 coins. So you get a really good overview of what's going on currently in this space. Thanks so much. Bye-bye. Thanks so much for watching the videos on this YouTube channel. If you've been thinking about joining MCO as a member, now might be a great time. You can use the link in the video description and apply the discount code right below it. You will get 50% off your first month of our gold membership, and you can explore everything we offer. It's the easiest way to test the membership, see if it's a good fit for you, and get a feel for the community, join the conversation, and I'm looking forward to meeting you in our member area.